Give everybody an actual look at it.
I'll step back.
Yeah, an actual look at this. So here's what we got. These are the NGC coins that you're going to have right here. These are the 7 silver coins that are in the set. So the United States government is making coins since 1794. You know how many regular issue United States government coins they've made in pure silver? That would be 0.
Oh, I was going to say,
never. They've been making half dollars for over 200 years, over 2 centuries. You are looking at the only one that's in pure silver, and it happens to be a Kennedy half dollar. I could make a significant argument that that coin should be $279.95. It is NGC. It is certified perfect. It's my exclusive silver bar label that you can only get from me, that you're going to have. By the by, right next door to it, you have the only pure silver Roosevelt dime that has ever been made in the history of the United States government as well. So that comes with it. I make an argument that coin's $100 to $150 all day long if you go against special edition Roosevelt dimes. Oh, and by the by, we're gonna go ahead and give you the 5 National Parks quarters, also done in pure 999 fine pure silver as well, for the very first time. The first regular Washington quarters ever done in pure silver. The first American coins ever done in pure silver. The United States government has set a new bar. And we need to count these down, folks, because this is, you know, this is the quantity that I have. These are so difficult to get. The Kennedy half dollar, there you go. We have 100 left. Okay, we had about 140. We had 125, thank you. We had 125 when I started the show. I just gave you that quick little look, boom, they're just going like this. Now I want you to look at this. You don't have to be a numismatist. You do not have to be a numismatic expert to know that that coin is different, to know that that coin is special, to know that that coin is pure silver, and it is something that is a brand new animal, if you will, that you're going to have in the world with the Kennedy half dollar. Check that out, that you're going to have. It is truly a spectacular opportunity. Now we take the only pure silver Kennedy half dollar. Now we take it and certify it perfect NGC with our exclusive label. Put all of those things together at $279.95, and now you really have something. And that's what happens. We have sold literally hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these coins. We've sold hundreds of these sets, but I'm down to now, I'm sure there's fewer than 100 sets that are made. We're down to 90 sets. So you got about 2 minutes is what my guess is on this, that we're going to be able to do. And I don't know, here's the problem. I don't know if I can restock this set, when and what the price will be. Here's the problem with this coin. These are brand new sets put out by the United States government, these silver, pure silver Kennedys. I talk about grading percentages. On a Kennedy half dollar, they usually take special care. In 70 condition, we can get grading percentages as high as 70 or 75% to be able to get those. But in this pure silver, this is less than 50%. So you have to buy a silver set. Now understand, let me do the math here for you. So you have to buy the silver set from the United States government. That's 60 bucks, okay? The grading is 210. Do the math, $279.95. Right. Okay, you're good to go at $279.95.
But you gotta have your fingers crossed, don't you? Because you don't know what it's gonna turn out. You're gonna get 1 in 3 of these, and actually, which quarter is it? I think it's San Antonio Mission is also, this quarter also extraordinarily difficult to get. The San Antonio Mission quarter, I don't know, it's because of all the designs and the way they're sitting there. And look at that, American Memorial Park that you're going to have in the silver, then you're gonna have the Pacific Historic Park, because you know, those are the American territories, so those are all World War II commemoratives that are in that as well. So this isn't a unique opportunity because it's a first set. It's an only set. You know, how many times have they made a pure silver half dollar? Not just Kennedy, but ever. One time it's this coin. Yeah, I was gonna say.
So it's not only the first, it's the only as well. Same thing with the Roosevelt dime. How many Roosevelt dimes have they made in pure silver? One and only one, and you're looking at it and it's certified perfect in our exclusive label as well, in our exclusive label. Then go down. I think the quarters we sold at $199 $3.95 by themselves, and sold hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of sets, the first silver quarters that the United States government has ever done. As a matter of fact, I've got some of the quarter sets. If you go to hsn.com, I had them in the show last night in the original government lens for less than government issue price.
Wow.
Okay, we had a couple of those left over, so you can go check that out. Always go to hsn.com, okay? So we got, we've only got 50 left. I got way more people than that on the phone. So continue to call in. NGC Perfect Silver. So these are the only pure silver 7 coins that the United States government has ever done.
All right, well, we're going to keep you posted. 671307 is the item number. And Rocky, how many did you say that we have left? Okay, about,
and we
less than 50.
Way more than that people on the phone, so that's going to be a sellout.
Yeah, so if everybody would like to jump in and call in and go to hsn.com, you will be able to be the last to get that. Are you going to be able to get more of those?
No idea.
No idea.
Well, here's the fact of the matter is I can always get more.
It's just at what price?
At what price, right. Price, availability, all that stuff. Oh, we're going to show you and people, because people are asking, what is this?